Senator Patterson.
President, I rise to associate myself with the outstanding speech of our leader and another outstanding speech by Senator McKenzie, and add some of my own brief reflections for our former colleague and our friend, Kevin Andrews. Thinking about Kevin, there are three things that really sum him up for me. Firstly, he was a parliamentarian. Secondly, he was a patriot. And third, he was a family man. Thinking about Kevin's role as a parliamentarian and that distinguished and long career, it is often the case, and you hear it in valedictory speeches in this place as well as eulogies for our colleagues who have left us, that some of the best and most impactful work they can do is while they're on the backbench. All of us aspire to have the honour to serve in a ministry one day and to do great things in those portfolios, but often you can have remarkable public policy impact from outside the ministry. Kevin achieved both. As a backbencher in his early parliamentary career, before he was promoted, he secured the successful passage through both Houses of Parliament, one of the only private members' bills to pass the parliament. It is very common in this place to introduce a private member's bill, but it is much rarer to successfully pass a private member's bill. And whatever your view is on the substance of that issue, and my own views on euthanasia are close to Kevin's, and I support what he did, that is a remarkable achievement for which he should be proud and his family should be very proud, and it came from a place of very sincere and genuine belief. At the other end of his career, when he was again a backbencher, after having served as a minister, he played a very significant role in the passage of significant legislation in the final term of our time in government under the Morrison government, and that was the passage and introduction of a Magnitsky human rights sanction regime. Kevin worked very diligently as the chair of the Human Rights Subcommittee of the Joint Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade, particularly closely with our other former and sadly departed colleague, Senator Kimberley Kitching, in a bipartisan way to build consensus for these reforms and convince the then government that it was necessary, and upon receiving that agreement then worked with our former Minister for Foreign Affairs, Senator Maurice Payne, to successfully legislate that scheme, which is now being utilised by this government. And that is a really great achievement that I think will stand the test of time and be of great value to future governments and future foreign ministers because of the work that Kevin did in that respect. Thinking about Kevin as the patriot, I know that the ministerial post with which he had the greatest honour of serving was the defence portfolio. I think he long aspired to serve in that portfolio. He was very honoured to be called on by Prime Minister Tony Abbott to take up that portfolio, and he immensely enjoyed working with our men and women in uniform. He brought to that role his typical thoughtful, diligent style, but he was also very clear-eyed about the challenges that Australia faced. And I know he would have loved nothing more than have had an opportunity to serve longer in that portfolio. But as Senator Cash outlined, he achieved significant things in that time, and his family should also be proud of that. Just finally, I want to reflect on Kevin as a family man, because although his achievements in public life are significant, I think he would be most proud of his family and the achievement that that represents. To sustain a loving marriage over 31 years of political service is a remarkable thing. To raise children who love and respect you is an extraordinary thing, and he is an example to us all that we should be inspired by and commit to, and honour our own families in the same way that he honoured his. And it is a tragedy, as others have said, that in retirement he did not get to spend more time with them post his parliamentary life. But I know he wasn't someone who neglected his family when he was a parliamentarian. He made sure that his parliamentary and political life didn't detract from his family life, and that is a reminder for all of us to try and emulate in our roles as well. Kevin was a great Victorian, he was a great Liberal, and he was a great Australian, and we will miss him.
Thank you.